we're becoming friends now. Okay, this is becoming a discussion between you and I where we're developing a relationship. I really appreciate, all of you guys, and this is something that I speak from the heart. Wear your watches, okay? One of the biggest regrets I've had, again, there's a few. I didn't wear my 5168G for maybe 2 years. 2 years of my life were wasted because I wanted to keep it in the safe. It was a safe queen. Let me share something with you. A watch is not brand new unless it says within 30 or 60 days on the card or papers that it was sold. Every other watch, 2022, 2023, it's not brand new anymore. So wear your watches. You've achieved tremendous things. To be able to wear a 10, 20, any Rolex is an achievement in life. Patek, AP, that's why we're rocking them. Congratulations. Like, you've made it to be able to wear something like this. So take pride in it. Don't just keep it in your safe. Rock the watch. If you ding it on the door, man up, and that's part of life. We move on. And then after a few dings, DM us, and we'll service it, we'll polish it, and we'll bring it to brand new. If your watches have been worn and aged, they're showing lots of love on them, scratches, dings, maybe they're not running on time like the way they should, that's one of the best services we can provide for you. We can ship you out a label. Next day, have it here, fully insured. We'll have our expert watchmakers do a full overhaul, a full polish. It takes about 7 to 10 business days, but it's something you should keep in mind. And it's a pleasure to bring that allure back to them of the brand new watch feeling when you put on the wrist. So please keep that in mind. You typically want to service a watch every 3 to 5 years. If you notice any scratches or dings on the crystal, these are services that are very simple for us. We have our watchmakers and they'll turn it around again within a week or two. You'll have it back and on your wrist and feeling brand new. Right now, current little wrist check, we got the yellow gold Prezi, yellow gold day date, which if you're going to do the day date, this is the way to do it. I haven't had one of these in the collection for a while, but this was a trade-in. I'm really feeling it, and there's nothing like a yellow gold presidential bracelet, day date. You got the fluted bezel. I think personally, the champagne dial hits hard, man. This thing pops. It's all gold. It feels like just one gold chunk. This is my favorite way to go now. You do have the green dial special edition that was released, I think, last year or so. That still fetches a premium. These are in a real good price point right now. They have come down right around retail price. So going back to the servicing of your watches, it's a good thing to do every 3 to 5 years. And if you happen to notice your time isn't keeping as well as it was, even after you wind it, there could be something that's off or a little loose. The rotor is off, and we can have our watchmakers look at it for you. And if you need a couple tune-ups on a couple screws or polish up the bottom buckle, when it comes to precious metals, for like the yellow gold day date, you really don't want to polish this too many times in its life cycle. Stainless steel is okay. You polish it up every couple of years if you want, but literally the precious gold when polished, fractures of the gold, little tiny pieces and specks are polished off. You can actually see like a reservoir in the polisher's like case that they have where it just builds up dust of gold. So you want to be patient and wait for the right time on the precious metal models to do that polishing. But when you do it, it's brand new again. If you're going to do a presidential, you might as well do it in yellow gold. This is not a don't look at me watch. This is a watch that tells you I've succeeded. I either made it or I'm about to make it. That's the Rolex Presidential. You're in the right place with the right company when you're wearing this watch. Now, depending on the color of the precious metal, that depends, what club you're going to. Right now, I'm feeling the yellow gold. It comes in white gold, in rose gold, in platinum. Platinum is a very heavy metal. I had one with a green face, olive dial. I parted ways with it. It was just too heavy. There's no extender clip. There's no glide lock. This is the size. That's it. And it comes with the territory of it being this continuous linked bracelet that looks like just pure jewelry. It's gorgeous. It's iconic. The day-date Rolex Presidential is an icon, and that's what it feels like when you're wearing it. But going back to the different metals, in my opinion, the platinum is just too heavy. It's too heavy, and you can't really adjust it throughout the day, so it becomes uncomfortable. This is not a sports watch by any means. This is a watch that, it's fine-tuned to your size. You have a business meeting, a board meeting, a wedding, special events. The screw-down crown, sapphire crystal, and twin-lock double waterproof system makes this water-resistant up to 300 meters. So, you could wear this at the beach, on your yacht, but you don't want to get sand and salt water all over this precious metal dress watch, is what it's meant for. This is really a dress watch. If you're rocking a casual outfit, this will dress you right up. So if you're going to a restaurant in jeans and a hoodie and you're rocking the yellow gold Prezi, then, come on in. They're going to welcome you. That's just how the world works. It's an investment. It is gold. So as gold value goes up, potentially so do gold watches. Right now, we're seeing what I feel is a stabilization, a retracement of all the precious metal models. As I predicted in our 2024 video, I do think Presidentials and Submariners, maybe not Daytonas, but the Presidentials and the Submariners, Yachtmasters in full precious metal golds, they're going to be under retail. There's this prediction of watch prices going up because of crypto prices going up like they have in the past. We could see what happened with Porsches and higher end used cars, watches, real estate hopefully will continue moving up as interest rates come down. So that's another thing. When interest rates come down, people are going to start borrowing and using credit again to buy houses, buy cars, and buy luxury goods, watches. It was a lot of fun to buy a watch on a credit card with a very low interest rate and get to rock it and wear it and enjoy it and not have to worry about these high interest rates. And then sell it after you were done having fun with it for a profit. Like, the watch game, it's been a lot of fun, and it's changed over the last 12 months. We shall see where it will go next. That's what we try and do here, is predict the trends. So if you have a watch and you'd like to sell it and trade it in for either crypto, cash, or wire, looking to buy stocks, invest in other things, AI stocks, DM me. I'll get you a quote. You'll have your funds within 48 hours, give or take, and then you can switch it up. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and you need to either, make your mind up on if you want to hold on to a watch collection that's 6 figures, just doing nothing. Times have changed. Watches are not this appreciating asset in a short-term period of time. There's a lot of things you can do here with watches, and that's why they're so enjoyable. Moving on to the next topic I wanted to discuss. One of the things that sparked this initial modern Rolex rally was the auction houses, the fable or the story of the old veteran that found a Paul Newman Daytona in his couch cushion and went to some appraiser, and he's like, wow, this is probably worth, I don't know, I think it was $750,000. Let's just call it $1 million. The guy found in his sofa, and he did backflips and couldn't believe it. This speculation on where the market is going is what propelled us into that 2-3x of an increase of retail pricing of modern pieces. Things have already come back to earth here, they've retraced, and it's becoming more of a collector's market versus a speculator's market. Supply, demand, keep those things in mind. Vintage watches, much like classic cars, antiques, and collectibles, there's only a certain amount that are ever going to be produced. And I think that's catching on more of a trend now than ever, where collectors like myself, you know, I've had older watches before. I've had a Submariner, 1990s Submariner versus a modern Submariner, and there's a lot more personality in the vintage pieces. And if you're going to go even further back, whether it's the 1980s, 1970s, like that's when the real collector vibe of a piece comes into play. When you see a patina on the dial that looks like no other Rolex or Patek dial, it just looks special. It looks one of a kind. You get to relate to it. That emotion connected with your collectible antique, with your vintage watch that no one else has, that's special. Their increase in price, the potential, the speculation on what they will be worth in the future, 5-10 years from now. Yeah, I can't stop looking at this watch though. It really, like, even, you know, when you're in the car driving and you happen to just take your eyes off the road because that new watch, that new grail is just hitting in the light so hard. This is going to be fun. I'm going to be rocking this for the next week or two. I really liked the last video. I hope you did. This would be a great time to subscribe if you haven't. You could click the notification bell down there. It'll remind you every time a new video comes out. You won't miss our great content we're producing for you. I appreciate all the love and support. Wear your f***ing watches. Enjoy them. Don't forget that. Peace.